Welcome back everyone to Pontos, Fathom, Hobbies. This is Eldritch Horror Season 3. We're playing Under the Pyramids against Nephrim Ka. This is Turn 1, Season 3, Episode 1, Turn 1. And we've done a quick setup video. I've gone ahead and cleaned up the setup, so now you can see all the tokens are put in place. Everything's mostly set up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to read from our prelude card, and I'm also going to read through our character backstory cards, and we'll kick off turn 1. So let's get right to it. We'll keep our rule books handy for both games, as well as our Eldritch Horror reference guide. Just quick shout out before we start: Pontos Fathom Press, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Psychoanalysis of Rillier, Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth, new edition, the Pontos Fathom edition revised. Check these out to support the channel. Links below. If you love Cthulhu like we do, they'll be an interesting edition. You can also check out on Pontos Fathom Press. I've done some readings from them. I will do a full audiobook on Patreon for them both. So if you want to check it out that way, if you prefer audiobooks, it can help you out that way. So thanks a lot for the support, and also like and subscribe just to be notified when the next video comes out, and to help get YouTube to send this video to other people to help me grow the channel. So I really appreciate it, and let's jump right in. So first of all, let's start out with our characters. So we have Monterey Jack, Sister Mary, and Harvey Walters. I read their quick bios, but let's kind of read their backstories here. So first story is higher education. So this is Harvey Walters in Arkham. It says, "You are the one who can fix this mess. No one else could possibly know how. When you improve a skill or allow another investigator to improve a skill using your action ability, place one Eldritch token on this card. If there are 5 Eldritch tokens on this card, discard this card and gain the Eureka reward. At the end of the encounter phase, if there are 5 or more gates on the game board, discard this card and gain the worse than I feared consequence." Okay, so that's for Harvey Walters. That's because he has the ability to improve skills by one choice. So that's how that ties in. Oh, I didn't put the active gate I'm noticing here, so I'll put an active gate on the Sahara Desert, which is over on the sideboard. I don't think you guys can see it in the camera, but it's right over here. And I will refer diligently to the icon reference card. Spawn one gate, we get one monster spawned. I will reach into the monster bag and pull out a ghoul, which is a fitting creature for a desert portal. It seems fitting anyway. Okay, so next character up is Sister Mary the Nun. Let's read her story. So her story is: "He is my shepherd. Your faith is with you always. All that has been and all that will be has been preordained. You are the instrument of God, and by his will you will cause his work to be done. The darkness that threatens the earth is simply a test, one that you do not need to fail. When a mystery is solved, discard this card and gain the fear no evil reward. If you would gain a bane condition, discard this card and gain the faith shaken consequence instead." Okay, so that's clear for her. And then finally, Monterey Jack, our archaeologist, "Searching ages past. History whispers, Monterey. All you have to do is listen. Your father's words echo in your mind. You will make him proud. After resolving an expedition encounter, place one Eldritch token and one Eldritch token on this card. Then if there are 3 Eldritch tokens on this card, discard the card and gain the nothing stays hidden reward." Okay, so we can play through that. We'll check in with that from time to time. I also need to spawn 2 clues here. So let's go in and take the 2 clues. I have 17, which is, I don't know where, 18, 17 in India. And this one is the bent pyramid. So we have 2 clues there. Again, we have expedition. Active expedition is on the pyramids with Monterey Jack. We've got Arkham, and we have South Africa for the Nun. So let's, before we start, let us grab the Prelude card. Prelude card says, under the pyramids, bruised, dehydrated, and short of breath, you lean against the limestone pillar, gasping for air. Behind you, a black pit in the sand reveals the entrance in some lost passage beneath the pyramid. Your skin is now raw and bloodied where the ropes chafed you. By luck, you escaped, but soon your captors will notice your absence. The roar of some profane creature echoes forth from the pit, and you fear that your presence here has not gone unnoticed. During the setup 5 phase, determine Ancient One, set up the Egypt sideboard. After resolving setup, if Nephrim-Ka is the Ancient One, yes. Search the gate stack for all the gates that correspond to spaces on the Egypt sideboard. Randomize the gate stack and place those on top of the random. I did that already. And then spawn 1 monster on the active expedition space and 1 monster on the bent pyramid. Oh, wow. Okay. So we get to spawn 2 more monsters. 1 on the pyramids. The witch. And 1 on the bent pyramid, which is a goat spawn. Weird. That is kind of weird. Okay. So that has been set up, and also, if Nephrim-Ka is not the interest, set aside the museum. So then we also have the museum heist. So we have the museum heist as well. So let's turn over the framed for theft for the museum heist. Okay, we've got that one there set up. And the card for frame the museum heist is the talisman. The talisman of Wadjet, an amulet meant to protect the pharaohs of the afterlife, has been stolen. The police suspect a man named Eric Weiss, but your gut tells you he's innocent. When the card enters play, place an adventure token on Cairo. So we will place an adventure token on Cairo. And then if we solve this, we can solve museum heist too. So we've got the museum heist going on. Okay, so we've got backstories, museum heist, and then lastly, we will reveal the first card of the active mystery, which is just randomize one of these. The first one is the Black Wind. The Black Wind. Okay, and Black Wind says, a vicious, tempestuous storm wreaks havoc across the lands and people of Egypt, leaving naught but desolate wasteland in its wake. And yet it may only be masking an even deadlier threat. Okay, so we've got a museum heist going on. We've got a storm, a black wind that's coming over Egypt. When this card enters play, place 1 Eldritch token on each of the following spaces. Alexandria, the Bent Pyramids, Cairo, and Tel El Amarna. Okay, so we've got an Eldritch token on each of those 4 spaces. As an encounter, an investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token may attempt to banish the Black Wind from Egypt. He draws and resolves a Black Wind special encounter. Okay, cool. So that is that. Let's just check those special encounters are over here. So let's get those up to the top. Black Wind special encounter. So I'll have a number of those and I'll move them up to the top. Okay, so Black Wind special encounters, they have been added to the top of the special encounters deck. So if we go to any of those 4 spaces, we do a Black Wind special encounter. So let's jump right in. So first off, we'll start with Monterey Jack in the pyramids. And Monterey has a witch right there. So before he can do anything, he has to fight this witch. So let's give him the dice. We will open our die here. Nephrim Ka also starts on space 12, so let's get him set up there. And let us go ahead and do some checks. So first of all, he will do a will check. And he defeats the will check. Second of all, he has a strength check. He gets a strength of 4. He has a bullwhip as well. The bullwhip gives him +1 to strength, so that's 5. And he gets a 6, the 1. So the witch has been defeated. So he defeats his first witch. We'll discard her over here for now. And okay, so that was just the encounter because he has to encounter her right away. I believe we do it that way. Now let's have him start his turn in earnest. And he will prepare by getting a token. And he'll also get we'll have him get a ship just in case he wants to travel. I think those will be fine. So I'll put those on his... Actually, maybe he will, instead of a ship, maybe he'll roll for... He will roll for the reserve to try to get something. So let's see what he can get. So he gets a 1. So he'll get the Scribe's Journal. Effects cannot cause you to discard clues or spells unless you choose to. So he can keep spells or clues no matter what the effect is. And we'll replenish the reserve with a new card, the Book of Spells. Okay, they're all kind of expensive here, but that's okay. We've got, next up is Harvey Walters, the Professor. And he will set up his turn by also grabbing a Eldritch token. And he will try to, what's his special action? So if he sits on the seat, on a space with you, and he has higher values, your values go up as well. So this is a great skill to have. So let's take advantage of that as much as we can. So I think he'll also try and roll to get a reserve item. So let's see what he can get. And he gets nothing. So that's it. Okay, so that's fine for the action. And next is Sister Mary, and she will go and join. She's going to move, maybe she'll take her boat and then move 1. So she'll use her boat and join in the pyramids, cash in on that, and she used her movement, and she can take an icon as well. And so that is the end of the first phase of the that's the end of the action phase. Let's go to the encounter phase. So we'll go back to Monterey Jack, and he will do the active expedition. So he will encounter the active expedition, and he gets an Australian veteran of the Great War has a room in the Mina House Hotel. You hear rumors that over the years he has stolen several objects from inside the pyramids. When you confront him on the issue, he starts a fight with you. So let's roll against his strength. And he passes. Humbled, the soldier tells you about murals within the pyramid. Wow, gain 1 clue. This is great. So he gains 1 clue just from being the jack. If you pass, you find... You search the murals within the pyramid, you search for them. So now he rolls 3. Passes. If you pass, you find a secret painting. Advance the active mystery by 1. Whoa, advance the active mystery by 1. So does that mean we just put a new card for the active mystery? Or do we keep this one going? I say we stay on this active mystery, but we're actually, we'll say we've completed an active mystery. We'll just put this, we're actually on mystery 2. Okay, so that's great luck for us. We will discard this into our discard box. And let's go on to encounter phase for Harvey Walters. He will just do an Arkham encounter. So I'll take an Arkham card. And the shopkeeper at the general store offers to sell you old papers from the Silver Twilight Lodge. So he has to roll. Passes. If you pass, you find guides for mastering magic. Gain 1 non-ritual spell. If you fail, he sells your name to the... Okay, so he passes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this up here for now, and I will look for his spell in the break, because I have to go through all the spells. So that's great that he gains that spell. I will let you guys know which spell he gets. Lastly, we have... we have Sister Mary, and she will just do a pyramids encounter. So can you do a pyramids encounter? Or pyramids is just a land. So maybe she'll just do, I think if she goes here, she can go right to, it says, so this is, do I have to do that as a move? Or is it instantly there? I think you can move here without a move. So she'll be in Cairo. So she's in Cairo, and she will do the expedition encounter, which is part of the adventure, the museum heist. So the nun is going to check out the museum heist. So when this card enters play, place an adventure token on Cairo. When this adventure is completed, the active investigator gains the Eric Weiss unique asset, then draws a random card. As an encounter, an investigator on Cairo may attempt to convince the police that Eric has been framed. So the idea is Eric Weiss has been suspected of robbing an amulet, the talisman of Wajat. And we think he's innocent. So, and we'll gain the Eric Weiss unique asset after we win this. So let's keep going ahead with this. So let's have her try to pass that test. So as an act of influence, she fails the active influence. So it's still open. She didn't pass, but she can try to do it again next round. And that will be the end of Eldritch Horror, Under the Pyramids, Nephrim Ka, Season 3, Episode 1. Join us for Turn 2. Our Episode 2 video is right up here. Thanks for watching, and looking forward to keep going this game. I'm already getting my Eldritch Horror excitement on here. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.